What's going on YouTube? This is Chaos Rain here, and in this video I'm here to bring you a just a little bit of exposition again, and just chatting, showing you where I'm at, showing you what's going on with my build. I actually have moved up from tier 1 maps, believe it or not. I am officially running and consistently running tier 7s. And the way I'm running them is you know, it's the standard tier 7 kind of setup, but I wanted to kind of get into why I decided to move to tier 7s and why, you know, what I'm doing, so on and so forth. So first things first, I will be the first to admit that the tier 1 Underground Sea is a very good map. The map I am currently favored, I believe, is oh, it's a wide open one. I gotta go look, but either way, I'll get to it right now. The map I currently have favorite is just a wide open one, has a big chunk of pack size and everything like that. However, it doesn't have any good card drops, so I was actually thinking of, again, favoriting Underground Sea, just so I can have Underground Seas with more pack size, so on and so forth. Excuse me. I have officially got my first 2 Watchstones in. I have made some progress. I have a very filled out Atlas now. Atlas passive tree, that is. I have yet to do any major bosses. Again, I'm not trying to super grind this, and unfortunately I am out of tab space, so I don't really have a lot of reason to sit here and grind. I don't even have a way to sell the stuff I do have, and I don't have any, you know, money to sitting around that'll allow me to do it. So that being said, unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck in the mud on what to do here. However, I will say that I might have good news. I have contacted GGG, and they have discussed a couple of things. One of the things that we are discussing is potentially getting my guild leadership back from my old account. If that's the case, I would love to be guild lead, and excuse me, and I would have a lot of extra tab space. There we go, Arid Lake, that's the map, sorry about that. And let's go ahead and boom, this is what we have going on currently. Now, what I will say is, this is definitely not permanent. Out of my experimentation, the Harbingers seem to be lackluster overall, and I don't think I'm going to stick with them. I might be doing strong boxes instead. In fact, I'm most likely going to be doing strong boxes instead, because they guarantee you pack size, everything like that. Only downside about strong boxes is that, you know, getting the freezing mod will really ruin my day. So I do need to craft a cannot be frozen craft on my boots if I'm going to do strong boxes, just to make sure I don't always die to being frozen. And on top of that, you know, we do have monstrous treasure crafts, so we could always have insane strong box related maps. So we'll see how that goes. Ooh, excuse me, I wasn't having any issue a second ago. Alright, so as you see, going up, we have a bunch of stuff blocked except for Expedition. And then we have this here so we can get free crafts, this here so we can get free crafts. We have all the shrine nodes except the very top. Currently, we are spec'd into Harbinger and Expedition, so we can encounter as much Harbingers and as much Expedition as we want. Though, like I said, I'm probably just going to ditch the Harbinger. Like, there's no reason for me to stay with Harbinger right now. So, just go ahead and just refund all of the Harbinger. Because, honestly, after testing it, it's okay. I would give it a B for rating on how good it is. It's just nowhere near as good as it used to be back in the day. I did find a couple X shards though, so I can't complain too much. Other than that, we are spec'd in all, obviously, shrines, that, and we are spec'd into, excuse me, to get scouting reports. Just so we can get as many as possible, because scouting reports not only sell, they're very good to use, and they allow you to refresh your QRX shop until you get something you want. We are spec'd into this so we can basically self-sustain all the map we need. That is just something we're doing currently. And I'm going to see if I can't find Underground Sea real quick. There it is. So I'm actually going to just re-favorite Underground Sea, just because I feel like Tier 8 Underground Sea is going to be the better overall setup. Another thing I will say is eventually I will start putting in sextants. Now, I have done a lot of my red tier maps, and I can do them pretty easily, but in my experimentation I've also been testing out this sentinel, and I don't like it. I really don't. So we're just gonna go ahead and cancel that and You've been cancelled! And we're going to path this way, this way, this way. And I think I need 2 more points somewhere. Let me see. The additional beam I don't need. And... number of enemies powered by sentinels. I need 1 more, huh? I like the empowerment too much, so I think we're gonna still stick around this. I think we just take... We're gonna pass this way, I think. And then I can undo. Increase the number of empowerment. No. Okay. What can we do to make this right? Well, I still have 1 point and I can't figure out where how I'm gonna get it. That's one downside. When you're when you're doing this, it's really hard to get what you want to get. Oh well, we're just not gonna have this extra beam and everything like that. Perfect, cool. All right, and for our sentinels, we just have primevals with whatever mods we can get, and a couple obsidians with currency, so on and so forth. Just, you know, the standard. Our currency amount hasn't changed too much. As I said, I don't have room. I am really lacking in any kind of way to do this. I need a map tab to start, and unfortunately for me, I just don't have the funds to get it. And like I said, I'm relying on Patreon, and currently my current patron has requested me to do something else with you know, the patron money, which is perfectly fine. He can do that. That's what the Patreon is for. And that I really can't, you know, justify spending what little I have on Patreon saved up on tabs. I was hoping I would get a little support via, you know, the PoE community, but I do understand not everyone has money, so on and so forth. Frankly, I just need to, you know, figure out a source of income otherwise. So, either way, that's just me rambling, and then I know I'm complaining a little bit. It's not your fault I don't have tabs, it's mine. It really is. If I didn't mess up, I'd still have my other account, and unfortunately, I messed up. So, you know, gotta roll with the punches. Sometimes life still deals you lemons. You know that old saying? Alright, I'm gonna actually vendor some of this trash real quick. I like this quiver. Go ahead and Valorb that, see if I can't get it implicit. Put this away. What else? I can Valorb that. I can... This fractured item. See if I can't arrange this a little better. Valorb that. Map. Okay. So let's go ahead and Valorb a couple of things. Boom. Lame. Bricked it. Nothing happened. And projectile gems. Nothing happened. Okay. Well, now I can vendor these.
How's the trail?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we just put the currency away. We have a little bit more room. Yeah, I know you didn't come here to see me start my tabs. I'm sorry, but I don't have a choice. We're gonna put away the maps. Put away the quiver. What is this? Oh, that's not bad, actually. I think I made that with ROG, which is pretty solid. I was debating using it, but we'll see how that goes. It might be an Omniscience Helm if I ever drop a Crystallized Omniscience. Alright, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Put everything away. This quiver is kind of duty, not gonna lie. But it's good enough to save, so. Alright, let's see. Do apologize again, I'm just trying to make make room so I can store all my stuff in my tabs. Valorbing, vendoring, whatever I have to do to get room. Got a topaz flask. I'm gonna put this canyon over here. Alright, cool. Now that you've watched me sort my tabs and me complain about not having tabs, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and go over our game plan. So, obviously, we need some tabs. That's going to be the big thing. If I can help it, I'll try and get some money aside and get some tabs saved up. That was lame, actually. Well, we didn't pay much for this anyway, so let's go ahead and get the alchemy and move on with our lives. And... alright, cool. We have some tab space. I can actually do some farming. That's great. Is there anything in here I can take out? What is this? Oh, these are just incomplete maps. I can actually move these for now. Yeah, as you see, we have a lot of stuff to, you know, just sift through. Just move the incomplete maps to this tab. Alright. Go ahead and pull out all the fossils. All this. Scarabs. And try to keep my stuff as sorted as possible. I don't have a lot of space, so, you know, I want to sort as much as I can, so that's what we're doing. Alright, let's go ahead and go over what our plans are, since I keep saying it and not doing it. First and foremost, as you guys can see, we are going to focus on trying to save up just stuff, right? I have a friend who said he'd help me sell some stuff, and, you know, that is something that I'm hoping can be arranged as soon as he gets back on. As of now, I don't have a whole lot of just room to even store basic stuff, so when I get the room, I will be happy. It will be great. Until that point, I just don't have much of a choice but to sit here and like Valorb and vendor some stuff. Normally I don't like Valorbing uniques unless I have multiples of them in case you know, they do break, but honestly, yeah, I don't care. I just need it gone. Need some room. Boom. Nothing happened. That's actually not a bad tool, though. Ellie weakness. Socketed trap and mine gems. That is trash. Alright, well.
Long day.
Cool. Alright. Now we have a lot more room. We can farm for probably a few hours and, you know, keep going from there. Go ahead and pull out some chisels. Alks, and that's already 20 quality. Cool. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit of tree mastery. So, as I said before, I've tried Harbinger. I did it for about 10-15 maps, and in those 15 maps, I found 9 exalt shards, or 8 exalt shards. I actually had one. So, I mean, they might be good if you run the Harbinger craft or even the Harbinger stuff and just stack up a bunch of Harbingers with quantity and stuff. But for me, nah, I'm good. Frankly, like I said, I'm probably just going to do strong boxes again. Just because strong boxes are very easy to do. Like, you just open them, run away, and repeat. So you can just kind of, you know, do as much as you can on those. Okay. So, we are going to go 1, 2. Now I have 5 points. What do I want? Maps containing strong boxes are duplicated. That's kind of meh. Actually, this is pretty good if I do get the cartography strong box. Strong boxes in your maps contained duplicate currency are duplicated. We want that for sure. And then divination cards. Yeah, I suppose divination cards ain't half bad either. Zoom out. Alright. We're gonna give it diviner strong boxes here, and that's about it. Now, what I've been doing is I've been putting shrines on every single map for a couple of reasons. 3. Sure, dude. I don't care. Yeah. I need the room anyway. Cool. I made some sales. Okay. I've been doing domination, trying to put as much of these as possible. However, you can do strongbox. I don't think strongbox is in this league though. I think breach, anarchy, what is that? Rogue exiles, essences. Yeah, it doesn't look like strongbox is in this league. Oh, sounds like my stove is going off. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. I had to deal with the... Okay. Sorry about that. I had to deal with a stove that doesn't work very well. So, you can do the ambush craft, infused ambush. It comes up relatively often, not too often, but I only have 5 and I've been running a lot of maps, so. Monster's Treasure as well, if you want to get a whole bunch of strong boxes and loot. But for now, I've just been doing domination, and the reason I'm doing domination, because I have the goal, so I can get super fast, super powerful, super quick. So, let's go ahead and run a real quick map, so you guys can see, you know, what I got. As far as my gear, the only things I have changed, I think, is my tree, and that's about it. I'm not really running too much else currently. I don't have a whole lot I can run or can do, so I've been just doing it this way. And it's been pretty solid. I haven't had any issues doing T7s. We're going to go ahead and drop our first sentinel. Alright, so this is actually a perfect example. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. That's a lot of enemies. Okay, so we're going to drop our blue sentinel. Alright. You can't... Oh, that's laggy.
My mana is gone.
If I can help it, I want this. Alright, and I got acceleration. That's perfect. If I can get this impenetrable, perfect. And we got a diamond as well. Let's see if we can't gather a bunch more enemies. Alright. And that is our farm. As you see, we didn't really have too much issue doing this map. Sometimes that is rippy, especially if you juice up some of the expedition monsters, but that's also why we put on shrines, because if you have shrines on, you can just sit there and, you know, kill everything when you have a bunch of shrines, and they get increased effect and all that other good stuff. So, go ahead and... Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. I'm dead. Unfortunately, I don't have cannot be frozen. Oof. That is definitely one of the next things I'm going to do, is get a cannot be frozen craft from someone, or get the craft from what's her name. Probably just have to look up veiled boots and buy them. It's going to be the easiest way to do that. Alright. So, if you remember, our initial investment was a couple of chisels, and of course we paid the 4C to add domination to our map. So, that's after you kind of... Just go ahead and grab all these loot. Health, okay. So, if you just count in the 4 chaos, I have basically made, I believe, 2 chaos back, it looks like, because the 4 chaos came out of my inventory chaos orbs. And it takes us a little bit. Now, I have tried empowering this with the the other sentinel, but in my experience, it's just not worth it. You don't get a whole lot for it, and just kind of, it feels like it takes forever for no reason. It's a waste of time, you know. Oh look, a T1.
Come on now, don't go all day.
Alright, make sure we have all of the stuff. Now, what I always do is I make sure first to see if there's any logbook granters. Rare weapon, artifacts from monsters. Doesn't look like we have a whole lot, so we're gonna start over here. Boom. That's gonna go over here, explode all this. That'll come over here. No, actually, I want to go this way. So we have all damage can poison, increased poison duration, poison on hit. Yeah, that's really annoying. I need to fix my, poison survivability eventually. It also only gives you rare item and quantity of items found, so that's not worth me sitting there and dying
That
out of
should
6
make
portals,
things
so
interesting.
we definitely want this. We want the pack size. The cast speed doesn't really matter all that much. It does, they hurt, but still. They penetrate 15 fire res, rarity. Then we have max res. Okay, perfect. So now we just avoid the poison, because poison's cancer. Now you can empower these, and it is a lot more likely to get logbooks, but in my experience, even when I empowered like 6 or 7, only 2 logbooks dropped. It's kind of almost the same. It feels like you get more, but do you actually get more? I don't think so. Ah, shrine. Let me get that. Perfect.
For the cowgirl.
For the cowgirl. Alright. Go ahead and open up our decks. Nothing crazy. I have had not one amazing deck this league. The best card I got was that series Reflection. And of course this league it ain't worth much. It's 5x for the series Reflection, sadly. Alright, cool. So that's the map. We did the whole map. I died once, right? Not a whole lot to say, right? It's a really easy setup. You're not really trying too hard to get a insane grind going here. You just run in, blow up everything, run out. Now again, I will say that normally I do the other map for the Exalt card, and the reason I'm doing this map is because it's wide open and I want to do some testing. However, I do still plan to do Underground Sea. In fact, that's probably going to be the next map I do, but it is what it is. Well, I don't really have too much to say today. I mean, thank you so much for coming in, visiting, watching this video. I appreciate you listening to me bitch a little bit about, my tabs situation, but I mean, I made some room, it's fine. Other than that, what do I want to say? I guess just take it easy, everybody. I do appreciate any support I do have, whether it just be popping in my streams and visiting them, or hanging out and chatting, or sending me messages on PlayStation Network. I have had a friend or a new person who is new to the channel come in and ask for help, and I haven't gotten back to them yet, but I will, eventually get back to you. Just I have a lot going on. I don't really get on to play too much Path. Maybe 1 or 2 hours a day, or sometimes more. A lot of times I'm on my PC and planning my stream sessions with friends. Unfortunately, the unfortunate fact of the matter is I lost so much that I can't afford to get it back, and it is what it is, right? I'll play and I'll have fun and I'll enjoy hanging out when I can, but I don't even have people who are playing with me anymore on a day-to-day basis, so there's not a whole lot for me to do, unfortunately. However, I will still continue to bring you at least 1 video a day on PoE. As I progress at my own pace, I will show you exactly what I'm doing and give you a play-by-play on how I'm going to be going about my farming, how I'm going to be getting my currency, what I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be selling, what I'm going to be running, so on and so forth. I hope you find me entertaining and helpful. And as always, to everybody, take it easy and have a good one.